Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing something different on my channel. I'm going to be going over all of my music, like CDs, vinyls, or my black metal music, but instead of doing normal ones, this is going to be the ones that are blacklisted on sites like Discogs, or are just not sold in stores, like mainstream record stores, for a multitude of reasons. Mainly, they're seen as controversial or offensive in some countries because of have like themes in the band's music or just like artistically. So we're gonna start with what's playing in the background. I have 2 CDs and 2 vinyls to show, and I'm gonna try and get through my whole collection in a set of videos. But yeah, to start off, we're gonna start with what is playing in the background, which is this. I should probably take it out of the case. Yeah, this is that. It's a new project by Wolf from Wolfnacht, and it's really good. I was pleasantly surprised when I got it. I got it off of his new old distro now, Dunkel Bunker, and yeah, I was decently surprised when I listened to it because it was described as kind of like Wolfnacht, but instead of black metal, it's more hard rock based. And so I didn't have high hopes when I bought it. I bought it more out of the fact that I really enjoy his vocals, but I was really pleasantly surprised when I got it. The first 4 tracks on this album are like top notch, even though the second track kind of slows down. The first track really just kind of explains, this is the back, explains, there's the label, what not explains, but kind of shows what this whole project is gonna be like. And yeah, it's pretty good. I believe it's still on his website. They had a t-shirt that was limited to like 50 copies, so there's no way I was able to get a hold of that. But yeah, it's still available on his website. I highly recommend you pick it up. You can hear it playing in the background, and I'll leave links in the description for all the music and the music that's playing in the background. But anyway, yeah, that is it. It's this. I can't pronounce German. I just speak English, so yeah. Next is another thing by Wolfnacht. This is actually by Wolfnacht. This is one of their newest albums, Wolfnacht, Soldatenlieder. I probably butchered that too. But yeah, this is very different from normal Wolfnacht, because this, as you can see, is it's not black metal. Wolfnacht is a black metal band, but this is not black metal. This is the military marches. These are German marching music. It's all orchestral. So this is another thing where I bought it mainly out of the fact that I'm a huge Wolfnacht collector, and bought it more out of the fact that it's just more Wolfnacht material, and I didn't have high hopes, but listened to it, and yeah, definitely never had a dull moment listening to it. It's all the music, it's songs that already exist, but they're all kind of covered by the guy behind Wolfnacht. I believe there's 2 songs in the end that are fully done by him, and those 2 are the best on the album, so I'll leave links for those 2 because I believe those are the only 2 that are on YouTube. All the other ones you can find on YouTube, just not under his channel. But yeah, highly recommend this one too. It's still on his label if you want to get it. Next, we're going to go to a completely different band. They're from France. They are a pretty controversial band, if not like in my opinion, the kings of French black metal, and my favorite black metal band of all time. Can you guess what it is? Peste Noire. This is their 2011 album, pressed on vinyl recently, I think in 2023. I can try and pronounce it. This is, yes, 2011 album, Le Ode à l'Étape. I'm American. I can't speak any other language, but let me just tell you, this is my all-time favorite Peste Noire album. I made a rule for myself when starting the series that I can only put 1 Peste Noire album in per video, because this whole video would be Peste Noire if I couldn't. But yeah, this is my favorite album by them, and for the reason that it isn't the most accessible album for people who want to get into Peste Noire, but in my opinion, it is their most experimental. There's a lot of mixing in genres of music. You have some industrial beats, you have some techno beats, and there's a bit of a story on how I first found this album and how it helped me come to love Peste Noire. But yeah, it has this really, really amazing gatefold design with all the promotion art from this album. It comes on, if I can pull it out, I'll pull up the lyric sheet first. Each one comes with, I think, just a one-page lyric sheet. This is the back. This is the front. If you've listened to the album and you've read the lyrics, you know what these carrots mean. I'm not going to go into it because I think if I did, my channel would get nuked by YouTube again. But if I were to recommend a song, this song right here, I'm not sure if you can I'm sorry, my hands are shaking like I'm someone with drug addiction. But this song right here, can't pronounce it, this is the first song I ever heard by them. And when I saw the lyrics, I didn't believe they were the real lyrics because of just how intense they are. If you want to just go to Cloud 9 with Peste Noire's experimentation and they're just don't care, will say whatever they want in a song, this is the song you need to listen to. I mean, it's just insane. Sometimes when I'm bored, I will just go through these lyrics in English, and yeah, I mean, they're really something. But if I can pull them out, the vinyl itself, almost knocked over my camera. I'm not sure if you can see, but it is on, one of them is on blue vinyl. Put that there. And the other one, I believe, is on red vinyl. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is their most experimental album, and it's also their most inaccessible for people who aren't already fans of them. But anyone who talks to me and asks about an album, I will always recommend this album because it's their most experimental. I mean, all the tracks go past, I think, 10 minutes. They have their longest track ever, which is about 20 minutes, and it's in the middle of the album. So it's quite a long album. It's a long listen. It's about an hour long, I think, because of that 20-minute track in the middle. And it's also one that people shy away from just because of how intense the lyrics are and some of the other things. And it is, yeah, it's their most banned album other than that just ridiculous 2018 album that I can't stand and I don't think anyone can stand. But yeah, enough rambling about Peste Noire. They are my favorite black metal band of all time. And yeah, this album, Peste Noire, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the album title again, but yeah, this one, highly recommend it. It is still up on their website, La Monte Harlequin. This was the first album I got through La Monte Harlequin, and yeah, definitely didn't regret it. This is worth every bit they're charging for it. So yeah, highly recommend it. Good stuff from France. And the final thing I have for this video is another vinyl. Comes from France, and I'll let you guess. They are often considered to be a kind of like a Peste Noire clone. Have you guessed? Yep. Baise Ma Hache. Now, there's two ways I've heard people pronounce this name. I wasn't sure if I was pronouncing it right before I made this video, so I put it in Google Translate, but Google Translate can be wrong. And it said it was pronounced like Baise Ma Hache, but I mean, that didn't sound wrong. I've heard the guys behind it pronounce it, and it sounds like they're saying Baise Ma Hache, so I'm just gonna say Baise Ma Hache whenever I review their stuff. If any French people can comment and tell me if I'm butchering the name, I probably am butchering the name. But yeah, this is, I don't know which album this is, but yeah, this is Baise Ma Hache, Brevière du Chaos. This, again, not sure which album this is, but this is, I think this is the only album I own by Baise Ma Hache. And yeah, this is, in my opinion, their best album, because a friend of mine recommended Baise Ma Hache because I'm such a diehard Peste Noire fan. They said, oh, you'd really like Baise Ma Hache. They kind of have that sound. And to me, they kind of do, but I think they put a lot more emphasis on these, like, aggressive, like, barking vocals. And to me, that just, I don't know, I've never been a fan of those just high-octane, high-aggressive vocals. I mean, sometimes they work. But yeah, I figured out about these guys from, I think, a live video from Peste Noire, because one of the guys from Baise Ma Hache, I think all of them are, like, deeply connected with Peste Noire, to the point where in this album, on one of the tracks, I think it is, they show the tracks on the back, I think it's I'm not sure. I think it's this track here. I think it's track 8. At the very end, it's either track 8 or track 6. You can hear a song from Peste Noire's La Chaise Diable album playing in the background. Oh, you get a look at the back. But it's become prettier. It's got some pretty cool artwork, you know. And this is important because to me, the whole album has this like marching band kind of theme to it. And the intro is what really got me hooked with this album, because it starts with this like kind of neighborhood almost like sound, and people are kind of happy. And then it just cuts to like these like growling dogs, and like you hear the dogs barking, you hear like gunshots going off, you hear people screaming. And there's a part in I think in the second track actually, where you hear like a guy kind of like pleading for his life, and then you hear a shotgun go off, and like the second it goes off, you hear like blood, and like you hear him scream, and the scream cuts into like the main guy behind Baise Ma Hache's vocal. And it's just, if you're gonna listen to a Baise Ma Hache album, I would highly recommend this album. This is like their best album. Anyway. Comes with the lyrics on a insert sheet. Not sure if I'm gonna have to censor that because don't want my channel to get nuked. But as you can see, there's pretty cool artwork. Just all around. Yeah. Baise Ma Hache. I just got this on black vinyl. I did not get it on red vinyl. I'm not a big fan of colored vinyl, I'll be honest. A lot of people like it. I just don't. I think it's kind of gimmicky. Just an excuse to like jack up the price. Yeah, Baise Ma Hache, Breviaire du Chaos. Very good album. Very good Baise Ma Hache album. Again, not the biggest Baise Ma Hache fan, but this is an album I really like by them. So yeah. Okay, yeah, and that's it. It's the end of the video. I didn't want to show that much because this is really just testing if this series works out. I mean, I'm probably going to do a couple parts even if this doesn't, like, get that popular. I'm probably just for the sake of showing off this, but yeah. And I'm gonna state this. I bought these records just for the music. I love Peste Noire. You know, if an artist makes good music, I'm going to listen to it. I think, you know, I'm the customer. I have every right to, you know, either purchase or not purchase a record, buy or not buy merch, you know, go or not go to artist shows. And if you don't like this artist, or you think, you know, you just think like, oh, well, it's all bad, I really, you know, I can't get behind the message, stuff like that, that's totally fine. I can see why, because some people, I guess, view this art differently. But yeah, if you're not a fan of this series, I do have another series on my channel where it's just normal black metal. We're just going through my records. So I will put this series is all blacklisted or kind of controversial records. So if this isn't your thing, just skip these videos. And if it is your thing, you know, if you find a band you like from this, hey, that's cool too. Anyway, that's all for now. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye.